Hello again, guys and girls of the Gears of War community. My name is Chrissy, and I'm here to bring you another Gears of War 3 gameplay commentary. What you are watching today is a Gears of War 3 scrim. This was a King of the Hill on trenches. I have cut it down from about 14 minutes to about 8 minutes because 14 minutes is just too much for a gameplay commentary. But I hope you enjoy. There is a hell of a lot of Lancer play, and so I hope you like that kind of thing. I'd like to get people into enjoying that kind of thing because, you know, there is more than one weapon on this game and it's not just the Gnasher. So I hope that people can sit back and appreciate other weapons. I'm not asking you to sit back and then watch a gameplay commentary with a sawn off. No, that would just be pathetically boring. But still, appreciate the skill that goes, or more the knowledge rather than skill, but things like knowing where to go, knowing how to cross, knowing what positions to be in. I mean, a lot of people could learn how to play King of the Hill just from watching a few of the pros, and if you applied that to a public game, you could pretty much dominate anybody, because a lot of people in public just run for the ring, all sit in a tight little corner and then wait for people to run at them, which is not the way to play it. But you can sit back and watch it for yourselves. Anyway, before I get onto the subject, I want to mention a few things. Just at the same time as I'm uploading this, I'm going to be uploading a little clutch from a guy called Costigan. It was a execution 4v4. It was in a scrim, and it was a 1v4 clutch, and it was just amazing. So that should be just the video just before this one. I think if I upload it in the right order, you should really go and watch that. It's really enjoyable to watch. But anyway, oh, and another thing, as soon as that match was over, I went into a public match, and after Costigan's clutch, I was like, you know, I'm just going to go chill on some public. And then I go into a quick, not execution, team deathmatch on Clock Tower. And I almost got like a 1v15 clutch. I was down to the last two people. I was like abusing Boomshot and Insins a little, but I was outplaying quite a lot of people. I got about 7 Gnasher kills in that one clutch, and then right at the end versus the last two people, and I get boomed in the face. So yeah, that's really depressing because I didn't actually record it, and whether I clutched successfully or not, I don't care. It was really fun to watch and really fun to do. So yeah, I hate it when that kind of thing happens. But anyway, go and watch Costigan's clutch after this video. But for now, let's bring up the subject, and I wanted to talk about my style of play, because I've said this a few times before, but I've grown a little since then, and I like talking about this kind of thing because it's a very controversial thing. It's everybody, because I am probably one of the best gameplay commentators out there. Not because I'm one of the best players on the game, just I don't see that many players, sorry, I don't see that many gameplay commentators that are extremely skilled at the game. They just play for fun. Well, we all play for fun, but you know, they play in a relaxed mood. I mean, the only gameplay commentator that's really around my skill, I say Gnasher versus Gnasher, I reckon I could match Arctic, and I've always wanted to play him. So if you guys, if many people watch this and you think, oh yeah, we'd like to see that, go badger him, go put a bunch of comments on his video saying, oh yeah, go have a 1v1 with Chrissy, you know, just friendly, because it wouldn't be too harsh. I don't want to sit back and be like, oh yeah, I'm better than Arctic because I beat him in a 1v1. It's like, no. But I expect that he's a lot more intelligent than me as a player, because he's got a lot more experience and he's a very natural team captain kind of player. But yes, so I wanted to get onto my style of play. My style of play is a very slow one compared to that of pub stars or montage kids or things like that. And this is what gives me a bad name, because people sit back and say, well, you're not wall bouncing, you're not running at people, you're not getting, you know, you're not bodying people, you must be bad at the game. It's like, no. I aim my shotgun. Just because I don't run directly at someone's face to get a one bomb doesn't mean that I'm not good at the game. And this is the problem I have, is that people seem to think that the ability to body someone or get chunks and things like that is the most skillful way of killing a player, and I don't think so. I mean, if you're just running at someone and keep tapping the right trigger, as much as possible, then why does that make you skillful? Why does the fact that I have to sit back hard aim is actually more difficult than hip firing? Because hip firing, your spread's a lot wider, it's a lot easier to hit people with that spread. It's just the only thing that brings you down is the amount of damage you might do to someone, because your spread's a lot wider and a lot less pellets might hit them. But still, if I'm hard aiming, I'm sectioning off where I'm shooting, so I don't get why people think that it's more skillful to hip fire than it is to hard aim. It's to me, it's definitely a lot easier to hip fire than hard aim. Another thing is about my movement. My movement is very slow. I like to keep it just good enough to make the player miss, but not over the top to make me miss. This is what you get a lot of montage kids doing, like wall bouncing down a hallway, mashing the A button until they get to the end, and then like just putting off loads of shots until they get a kill, but because they can't really aim properly because they're still wall bouncing everywhere and they don't know what they're looking at. So that's the problem I have with that little idea. And my movement is more than just wall bouncing. People say, oh yeah, you can't wall bounce. It's like, I don't need to wall bounce. I can use cover to my advantage. I know how the cover system works, and I know how to use that properly. I know how to put the good shots in where I know where someone's going to go. So this is the problem here. I'm not sure what you guys think, but the gameplay is coming close to an end. Unfortunately, I spent like half the gameplay talking about other things, which I really shouldn't have done. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Do you honestly sit back and say, oh yeah, because he's got a body that makes him more skillful than the other guy who's hard aiming? Or is the fact that someone has to take more time to precisely shoot or precisely aim their shot, does that make them more skillful than the player who's mashing the A button? Now, I know that sounds kind of biased, but literally, if you break it down, I'm not trying to sugarcoat what I'm saying. I'm just literally saying what happens. I mean, most people do mash the A button to wall bounce, but you know, to me, it doesn't take much skill to wall bounce. It's just a simple thing. But yeah, leave me a comment in the comment section saying what you think is the most skillful way to play the game, whether it's upfront and personal, or whether it's conservative and a way to play the game is to stay back and make sure you hit the perfect shots like I might do. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lovely scrim. I got some sexy little kills there, and I think a sexy little ink halfway through. But anyway, if you enjoyed, leave a like. If you enjoyed that much, leave a subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.